standing up, hogging back. Daddy was a green-eyed mountain jack, talking people. My middle name is Misery. Well, I'm evil, so don't you mess around with me. I never look for trouble, but I never ran. I don't take no orders, no kind of man. I'm only made out flesh, blood, and bone. But if you're gonna start a rumble, don't you try it all alone. 'Cause I'm evil. My middle name is Misery. Yes, I'm evil. So don't you mess around with me. I'm evil. I'm evil. I'm evil. I'm evil. So don't mess around, don't mess around, don't mess around with me. I'm evil. I'm evil. I'm evil. I'm evil. So don't mess around with me. Yeah.
And hello, everybody. This is Glenmore and a special watch-along episode. I don't know what to call this. We did the first episode last week of what people want to call it, Dessert with Glenn, here on the YouTube channel and throughout social media. The links I post this video, and I figured, why not make it special? Jerry has so many memories, has so many classic matches throughout his career. Why not you and I sit around and watch some of these classic Jerry Lawler matches, some classic moments throughout his career. So I thought, hey, we can pop up the video here, watch it together, and you guys in the chat room. And if you are watching and you guys want to jump in the chat room, you can. You got to have a Google account or a YouTube account to be part of the chat. I don't think you can just sign in as a guest. You need a YouTube account to comment. Or you can chat with us on social media at Dinner with King. I got my phone here all ready to go for some chatting with you here on the live stream. So this is a watch-along episode. And I was trying to narrow it down of what match or what moment I could watch with you, add some of my commentary, react to some of the stuff that Jerry has done throughout the years. And I thought, what a better way to kick off our first watch-along episode than to watch Jerry Lawler's greatest hits video. Now, this video was released in 1987. It's about 1 hour long. And it has some classic matches. Obviously, all these matches happened before 1987. You have Jerry versus Macho Man Randy Savage versus Rick Martel. We have some music videos in here as well. So, yeah, it was going to be it's going to be a great watch-along episode. I'm just making sure the stream is working. Just making sure everything is great. There we go. Yeah, perfect. So what I'll do is be able to watch along with you guys. I'll be in the little box in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and we'll play the video. And, I'll stop it and comment, or we'll just let it go, and we'll talk about it. So, like I said, I know some of you maybe have seen this video. It's a commercial release back in 1987. Like I said, it features some Jerry Lawler matches. In this clip, this video is an hour long, so it's separated into clips. Jerry talks between, so I'm just going to let it run, and you guys can react. For the podcast this week, I'm hoping to get to, Jerry and I do a live podcast together, and hoping to do a video here with him over the weekend for the New Year's, because I'll be with him hopefully for New Year's if he doesn't travel to Florida. So hoping to do that the next few days. Hoping to record the podcast as well with our guest host, Dave Dynasty. Still up in the air. I know a lot of you follow us on social media. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody had a nice holiday. I hope a lot of people watched the video I posted on social media of the Brian Christopher Lawler memorial Christmas tree. That it was Kevin Lawler's idea, and it's a great tree to remember Brian Christopher. A lot of different ornaments from Mark Henry, Coco Beware, Jeff Jarrett. I want to say Rikishi, Raven. A lot of different people contributed some ornaments for the tree, and there's even a little red wagon underneath the Christmas tree. So I want to, if you haven't checked that out, go to the Twitter account, Dinner with King, and the YouTube videos posted if you want to see the tree there as well. So hope everybody enjoyed Christmas. It was a tough one for King. I know he visited Brian's grave, and but I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Hope everybody is safe and healthy, ready for the new year. I know we're excited. Jerry and I are excited for the new year for the podcast. A lot of ideas. These watch along. These could turn out to be, Jerry and I watching a classic match, and him providing, his commentary for the match with him and I, giving maybe some backstage not backstage, but some back input for for the match. So we're looking to test this out, see how this goes. If you guys like it, if you don't like it, if you have comments, more than welcome to take them in the chat room or email dinnerwiththeking@podavenue.com or on Twitter. Open to any suggestions you guys might have. And I thought, like I said, this would be a lot better than me just sitting here in front of the camera talking to you guys. I thought it'd be a lot better to do this. So before we get started, want to jump in the chat room. Got a lot of people there chatting away. Like I said, I really appreciate everybody jumping in the chat, being part of this live show. Ty's Man is there. JW, Andrew, Eddie Austin, the unofficial intern of the show, Eddie Austin. The stat guru, not stat guru. Like he's like the historian of the podcast, Jerry Lawler. PJ from Thailand, watching all the way from Thailand. Thank you, PJ. Timothy, Kenny F, Dustin. Let's see, David's in there as well. So a lot of people in the chat room. Say hello. Don't be shy. Make sure to tell all your Memphis wrestling fans, classic Memphis wrestling fans, also everybody about these shows. I try to post the video stream a day before. If I know I'm going to do it, I was going to do one yesterday, but I was traveling, so I wasn't able to do it yesterday. So I'm thinking Wednesday, Thursday is the day that I'll probably be doing these each and every week. And like I said, I'll be with Jerry hopefully the next few days that, we'll be hanging out on this, doing a live chat and, just chatting away here in the video stream. Kind of a little mix up from the podcast. John, hello. Appreciate everybody jumping in the chat. If you're not in the chat, jump in there. Why not? Don't be scared. All right, here we go. Now, like I said, I'll be stopping the video or commenting. If you guys want to comment, this is just an open forum about some of Jerry's classic matches. This video, like I said, is from 1984. 87. Some of these matches are in 84. But like I said, sit back and relax, and let's watch along Jerry the King Lawler's greatest hits commercial video from 1987. Here we go. And I already played the intro song. So we're going to jump in here. I think the first match is him versus Kamala. And here's the King opening it up.
That's right. If you're looking for trouble, you've come to the right place. Just hang around with me a little bit and you're going to be in trouble because it always seems to be lurking somewhere around me. Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry the King Lawler, and I want to welcome you to this, my 4th video.
I just love the goatee.
I want to thank you for joining us, and we hope we've got an exciting one for you this time. We're right now in the Mid-South Coliseum. This is the home of a lot of my greatest hits, and when I say hits, I'm talking about lefts and rights, and you're going to...
Also, let me know how the video is. I got a program here for streaming. I can do picture-in-picture and whatnot and different stuff. So let me know how the picture is. If it cuts out, the audio cuts out, how the audio is. Let me know in the chat room. How's it going? And I'll tinker with it. But on my end, it looks great.
To see that on this tape today. We've got some matches that have never been seen anywhere on television or anything that we're going to bring to you on this video, including some matches between the then AWA World Heavyweight Champion Rick Martel, the Macho Man Randy Savage, and in his own hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We've got highlights of a lot of the toughest battles that I've ever had in my entire career, and I'll tell you what, instead of me sitting out here talking about it, we're going to go ahead and show it to you right now, and we're going to start things off with some highlights of one of my toughest opponents ever, and one of the wildest, without a doubt, the wild man from Uganda, the African giant, Kamala.
We got the King and Kamala battling it out. I would love, and here, this is a tape, VCR tape, so there is going to be some static here and there. But it's great to, we got to get Kamala on the podcast. Jerry and I have talked about it, trying to get Kamala, the logistics of getting Kamala on the podcast.
Kamala taking some furious shots from that big right hand, and Lawler finally got him off his feet.
You know, everybody that wants to be a professional wrestler needs to watch how Jerry throws his punches. There's a fireball.
There's a fireball at him.
What you just saw was the very first defeat in the career of the African wild man, the Ugandan giant Kamala. J.J. Dillon had brought him to the United States, and I was his very first opponent and the very first man to get a win over the African giant. And he was tough. I got to give him credit. But he wasn't the toughest man I've ever faced. I guess if I was thinking about the toughest, I would have to put this next guy right up at the top. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, and he had to make him doubly tough in this particular match you're going to see. He had the mouth of the South.
Yeah, if you don't know, Dustin says, how interesting it is that Kamala was Jerry's creation and how, James Harris, who is Kamala. I know he's not doing too good lately. I heard a quote that he's just waiting to die. Hopefully get him on the podcast, lift his spirits a little bit. But yeah, I just I'd love to get James, get Kamala on the podcast. Yeah, I mean it's crazy how many wrestlers started because of Jerry, and not a lot of people know that. And it's just a simple looking at a guy and trying to find a gimmick for him, or a tag team at Rock and Roll Express, and trying to find a unique gimmick. And it's just a matter of painting some symbols and and making him seem like he's some monster from a foreign country. And there you go. You have you have a wrestler, a star in the making, and that goes all the way to the WWF. But it's just it's like I said, it's sad to see what James is, how James is right now. So I know King wants to get James on, because King always said that James is one of the nicest men you ever meet.
Jimmy Hart, my all-time most hated enemy, in his corner. And not only that, it took place in his own hometown of Lexington, Kentucky, Rupp Arena, right in his own backyard. So without any further ado, let's go to that match. The King and the Macho Man.
Macho Man. You know, I know a lot of people, know who I am, but I'm only 35 years old. And, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. And, I knew the King as the heel commentator on, WWF Raw during the Attitude Era. But to go back and start to learn the history of Jerry, and you watch clips like this, and I get goosebumps watching this, and I would just love to be able to be in the arena during this era of just not Memphis wrestling, but just professional wrestling in general. And just the feeling, because I get goosebumps watching this clip and seeing the King go to the ring and the spotlight on him, and the crowd is just trying to get a touch of the King. It's amazing.
I'm down.
Yeah, Stack, that's the Rocky theme song. King used that throughout his career. And, God, Macho Man and Jerry Lawler. Like, this is just... I'm getting giddy just watching this, even though I watched this, match a million times.
Tell him, ref. He's up there pulling hair.
Beautiful, baby. Beautiful.
Isn't Macho Man great? Just Macho Man is just amazing. Yeah, this match took place April 9th, 1984. The Southern Heavyweight title versus the Mid-America Heavyweight title. Jerry Lawler versus Randy Savage. 84 in April.
Watch him, Randy. He's quick now. Watch him, Randy.
Yeah, Brian. I don't think Jerry only has a couple of copies of vinyl of his hits on vinyl, and I think I want to say that a fan gave him a copy at a show that I was with the King, and I think we mentioned on the podcast in the episode where we go over all the songs Jerry has recorded in his career, and somebody actually gave him a copy of the vinyl. And Jerry only has a couple copies of his own recordings on vinyl. But yeah, that's if you can find that, get it, because it's golden.
2 minutes and 18 seconds in, you just saw an exchange of punches between Randy Savage and Jerry the King. Come on. Savage in his usual wild, unpredictable way out there. Why don't you keep him up in a ring? You don't need to be picking out down here. Jerry the King Lawler, pardon me, but you just can't ever tell when this guy is around. The match of the century, Mid-America title against the AWA Southern Heavyweight title. Savage, the NWA Mid-America title holder, got his on the line. Lawler, the AWA Southern Heavyweight champion, has his title on the line. 2 referees. Referee Paul Morton down on the floor. And come on. Hey, listen.
You want everything I do.
Macho Man's great. Oh, Macho Man.
Just keep him off over here. In the ring, ICW Dean of Referees, Jim Bunning.
That's a good question. That's a good question, Cat Brothers Network. I think Jerry has a couple VHS copies. I think he has a DVD copy. Someone put put this on DVD for him. And Jerry and I were going through DVDs and just putting them in the computer and just seeing what were on these DVDs, because there's so many different wrestling DVDs that he has that are unlabeled. And we found, like 4 DVDs of his like greatest matches and clips, like Andy Kaufman, to like a match like this, all the way through his career, like 4 DVD discs. And then there's random ones of matches and Andy Kaufman disc by itself. But you know, he has all of them. It's just a matter of finding them and, you know, trying to get them together.
Over the top rope and out on the floor. Now he's after a photographer.
Everybody's asking about the WrestleMania bet. Well, while this action kind of slows down here, well, the WrestleMania bet's not going too well for my end. I need to really get my butt moving if I want to have put a dent in it. I usually go to WrestleMania, you know, anyway, so I'll be in the New York area. It's a matter of the King will let me come and hang out. So yeah, Danny, I'm actually I'm turning down the audio as I talk. I'm turning it up when I stop talking. So that's why it fades in and out.
He's holding the arm in a bar. Lawler down on the deck. This baby's for the marbles. When Savage takes him down on the hair. He pulled a hair. Referee Jim Bunning checked in with Paul Morton.
Lance Russell's on commentary, and I totally agree. Who made the comment about Lance needs more national credit? He does. He definitely does.
He may never make it through the first 5 minutes of this match. Well, it's 6 minutes now, so I guess he will do that. 6 minutes past 54 to wrestle.
And the thing about Lance is, you know, he was the ring announcer for, you know, the video, you know, for these broadcasts, but also he was, you know, doing the ring announcing for the in arena, you know, doing the time and the introduction. So, you know, Lance was doing double duty.
In Rupp Arena, witnessing a clash of the century with title against title. Lawler
The Bob
twists
Barker
that arm of the powerful Randy Macho Man Savage.
Well, I was talking to X-Pac, Shauna Waltman,
very even. Lawler,
last January in Chicago. And like the second time I met him, but this is the first time that him and I actually, you know, introduced to each other. And you know, I'm not just some random guy, but we went out to eat together, me and him and his dog, and with some steakhouse. And as X-Pac and I were talking about the King, and he was talking about, you know, every time I watch, you know, Memphis wrestling, every time we watch. Every time I watch clips, he mentioned the turnbuckles were just there's no turnbuckles. It's just, you know, some tape. It's not the big turnbuckles we see in the WWE or any kind of indie promotion. It's just, you know, rolls of tape, I believe, or some little padding. And he goes, you know, this is just great in-ring presentation. The matches were great, and the turnbuckles just, you know, didn't look up to par. But you know, I guess that's just the way they did it back in the day. I know X-Pac had, you know, he mentioned that. I talked to him about, you know, some Memphis wrestling. And the quality of this is a video that was on YouTube. I got this off of YouTube. Somebody posted a whole 1 hour video, and I'm sure they recorded the video from their VCR to the computer. So it's actually the original source is a tape, a VHS tape, going to a computer. That's why the audio and video is kind of, you know, clunky. So we're going to have that throughout this, video here.
Lawler pulling Savage away from the ropes. The referee stepping in to say, open those hands up. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you know, I want to play. I do when I do these, and these, you know, come on, and people start, you know, being a part of this and picking up and get more people watching, because we have, you know, almost like 8,000 people on YouTube that follow us, and social media, thousands of people. So get more people watching this, especially the archive of this. And I want to do WWE clips on here, but I did a test run of this like at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. I did a test run, and I used a clip of Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler going back and forth. It was a WWE clip, and as soon as I did the test run, I did this video clip to see how the picture-in-picture would work, and immediately the stream got flagged for copyright from WWE. So I keep checking on this stream to see if this copyright kicks in, but I don't think, I think, obviously Jerry owns all this video footage, so I'm just, hoping it doesn't get flagged. So I don't know if I can do WWE stuff on here, but that could be like a Patreon thing maybe we can do. Doing videos. Jerry and I could talk about it, and I could go on Patreon for people who want to be a member.
Whoa! And Lawler bounced his head off the mat when Savage was.
Because YouTube will not allow me to do WWE stuff. They'll just, they'll immediately flag it and take it down.
Himself from that head scissors. Lawler bounced. Oh! Savage trying to get at Lawler. Jerry hanging on with that head scissors. Foot on the rope. The referee says nope, and he kicks the rope out from under.
I don't want to get a strike on this because, I post a lot of clips of the show, and this is the main YouTube channel for the show, and I don't want to get this YouTube channel banned. I don't want to get it taken off, taken off the off of YouTube for doing something like that, because that's the last thing I want to do. And they're so on top of that too. So on top of it. But yeah, they'll delete it. They'll take it down. But Jerry has so much Memphis stuff that I could do a whole year's of videos like this, and not have to worry about copyright because Jerry owns it. And if YouTube says, hey, copyright, I can say, well, I'm co-host of Jerry Lawler.
Savage head-butted Lawler down on the concrete, slammed him into the ring post. The Macho Man turning mean, always wild, right now mean.
I can make it private, but I want to put it up there and put it on the channel and get more attention to what I'm doing. If I make it private and doesn't go live, to all the people that subscribe, thousands of people, they won't become notified of me doing this. But I know a lot of you watching right now, they don't follow us on social media. They just follow the YouTube channel, and they saw that I'm live, and they just came here to watch. So I want to tap into everybody on YouTube to make it private. I'll lose a bunch of potential
Angelo
viewers.
Poffo slammed his head into the ring apron.
Macho Man is just so good. I always loved Macho Man.
It can be over with.
I always loved. I was always a WCW guy.
Big suplex.
I was always a WCW guy. Before WWF, I always watched Nitro first, and then I would watch Raw. And this is just when Macho Man went to WCW, and I loved him. NWO, NWO Red and Black, Wolfpack, and everything he did with the WCW. Just love Macho Man. Hey, Dustin. See, that's what I want to do. I want to put up notification for people to come on in.
Well, I'll tell you, it looked like it was all over for Lawler right there.
Wesley, Paul.
And out on the floor goes the King.
Hoping Randy Hales pops in.
Savage up on the top rope.
Ping Randy Hales, somebody.
Drops down and nails Lawler.
Yeah, Danny. I mean, it's a headache. I mean, I wanted to control, Jerry's Facebook page, the official WWE one. It almost has 1 million followers, and they won't even let us control that, so I can post the podcast on that. I have to email somebody, and they don't post it all the time. But that'd be hard to do that. And I think it's automatic because WWE has so many followers and views that It's not like somebody searching the internet to try to find people using the clips. It's just it's the machine that matches the video, the bit rate, the audio, and they flag it. They don't even question it, or see if it's really, if they're using it for like this, or they're using it for just trying to make money off it. They'll just flag it and take it down. So it's just a machine doing it.
Lawler pounded right over the top rope.
Macho Man.
Once again, Savage
I love
springing off that top turnbuckle, nail Lawler down on the concrete floor.
For this match.
The referee told him
arena's
out.
dark and there's a spotlight on the ring. That's the way it should be. There's no fancy gimmick lights or
Lawler
a million LED lights like it is today. It's just one spotlight,
from
two wrestlers, a referee in the ring.
Slammed it right in
the audience
Macho
is in the
Man's
dark.
face, and here comes the King.
Can't make his comeback. Ooh.
Double right hands, and they're both down. Lawler trying to finish Savage. Got caught with a right just as he threw one. Referee on a double count.
We're about 42 minutes into this hour video.
Savage on his
I
knees.
was thinking going the full hour,
Nails
but I may
Lawler.
split it up. Maybe after the next match, I'll stop it and I'll come back next week to finish it up.
Lawler kicks out with Savage going out of the ring. There go Poffo and Hart.
Yep, it's in Lexington.
16 minutes past. 44 minutes to wrestle. And
There's
as
a question in the
Savage came
chat room
back
for
in through the
everybody.
ropes, Lawler grabbed him.
Where was Randy Savage born? What city and state was Randy Savage born in? Let's see if people
a
can
little
get it.
wobbly
First one to get it.
himself. He looked like he was going for a pile driver. The referee stepping in saying, no, no, no.
The bow driver. No.
Savage misses a wild right. Lawler connects with a left. Savage knees beginning to buckle. Oh, and Lawler buried his fist in nothing but the canvas and the ring floor. Savage very quick out of the way. Oh, boy. The Macho Man slams him with that right foot. And Savage misses from the top rope. As a cover. The Savage foot on the bottom rope, and that'll call for a break.
A lot of people in the chat room saying Florida, Sarasota, Florida.
What a brawl.
I think the people actually use Google now. It's Columbus, Ohio. There's an Ohio boy just like me, Randy Savage. Columbus, Ohio.
Lawler slamming
King.
that head. The crowd counting.
And those duct tape turnbuckles.
I see.
No
He's got
padding
his
in
hair,
those.
Jimmy. That isn't all he's got. He may have the match won right here. And Lawler once again too anxious. Try to nail him with a right. Savage rolls out of the way. And as Lawler was coming in, Savage buried a foot in the midsection.
I mean, this could be like a
nails him
WrestleMania
with an
match.
elbow,
I mean,
drops with another one.
It's great.
Count of one.
You know, the King has.
Lawler's foot on
the King
rope.
didn't need WWF to
Saved
validate his
him.
career, at least in my book. He didn't need a WWE run or WF run in the '80s to make his career, whole, to validate what he's did in the wrestling business. Because he worked with the top guys. I mean, this could be a WrestleMania match. This could be at WrestleMania, and just get as much of a reaction or pop as it would here in Lexington, Kentucky. This could be at, you know, if the early ones, in Detroit and, you know, Trump Casino, or, you know, where those, where the first few were at, Madison Square Garden. I mean, you can put Lawler and Savage anywhere, and it's WrestleMania quality.
Slammed a right to the midsection.
Ooh.
The King pulls him back by the ring area, blasts him with a right hand.
I'm also going to want to do some call-in line. So when I'm doing live streams, having a call-in line so people can chat with me via their mobile phone or house phone or whatever, and be able to be a part of the show, not just the chat room, but also call in. So I'm looking to add this into this and making sure this kind of stream is nice. Do you guys like this? Do you guys like watching this and having me in the corner
Angelo Poffo and
just,
Jimmy Hart,
you know, talking and commenting with you guys? I mean, do you like this format? Let me know.
Savage comes firing back. 20 minutes pass, 40 minutes to wrestle. 20 pass, 40 to wrestle. Randy Savage.
I know, John. We got Lawler, Cole.
Hard
I
up on the
know.
ring apron.
Actually, that was my first choice to do today, was watch the you know, Lawler Cole match, WrestleMania match, and you know, talk about it and, you know, play it here. And I you know, as soon as WB flagged my test run last night, I said no, it's not going to work out. Do the WrestleMania match, but like I said, there's so many other stuff. So much stuff that I have that, like I said, I could do a whole year without even going into WWE at all. So,
Into the top turnbuckle. Savage slamming him in the midsection with that foot. Remember, the NWA title against the AWA title.
and I wonder if King is watching. He won't text me when I'm doing this, but he'll say that he watched. And he'll say, he'll comment with me in a comment or something.
While Hart distracting the ref.
So who knows?
It
King
didn't
might be watching.
happen the way Randy Savage
He won't be in the
wanted
chat
it.
room though, because he doesn't have a YouTube account. You never know. King might be watching. I gotta get King on this because I could. He could be on his phone, and I could, you know, do a. I could do a little video chat, rather than, you know, showing the video via his phone. The possibilities are endless. Trying to add some, a little bit more tech. A little bit more of a tech, you know, feel to this.
He may have punched himself out. We'll see if he gets him now or not. This may be his last best chance. He blasted him with a big right hand, hard up on the rope.
No, not Jim Hart.
Angelo Poffo on the ring apron. Referee Jim Bunny grabs
Oh no,
Hart.
pile driver on the King. No.
Savage grabs Lawler, pile drives him. The referee's trying to keep Hart and Poffo out.
Oh no, roll up.
Lawler from behind.
Here it is.
He rolls Savage up.
Look at the referee just casually strolling over
He got
to the
it.
count.
The World Heavyweight Championship is something that every wrestler that ever puts on a pair of tights wants more than anything else in the world. Throughout my career, I've had a lot of shots at that title, and it's always just been about that far away from me.
You can get that shirt that King is wearing at his Pro Wrestling Tees store, the autograph shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com/Jerry Lawler. You can get that shirt right now and cut the sleeves off a little shorter, and you could be like the King was back in 1987.
And one of the times, I guess, that I came the closest was not here in the Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, but it took place in Nashville at the Municipal Auditorium as part of the Great American Bash one summer. The AWA World Heavyweight Champion then was Rick Martel. We're going to show you that match, and right now we're going to go to Lance Russell for the ring announcements.
with that video. I'm trying to pull up something else. Go back to this our next time we do this here on the Dinner with the King YouTube page. I want everybody to know that you can watch all the clips of the show. You can watch, you can listen to full episodes of Dinner with the King. And I have this clip that I want to share of the King. And I'm going to play this for everybody right now. Before we go wrap this up, is the Christmas tree that Jerry and Kevin put together for memory of Brian. So I want to play this for everybody before we go. So I know everybody was wanting to see this, and hopefully you can like this.
Jerry's son Brian died last July while in the Hardeman County Jail. You may remember that story. It got a lot of coverage.
A little lag.
And so that leaves this family without one of their loved ones at Christmas, and that's certainly a hard time for any family to go through. But they have come up with a very special way to remember Brian and kind of have a tree pretty much standing in for him this Christmas. Has that helped you guys cope with the loss a little bit?
Well, Mary Beth, it has not just a little bit, but a lot. And I want to apologize for the technical difficulties, but I think it's actually appropriate because if anybody knew Brian, they would know that he's always late, especially at Christmas time. So just the fact that we finally got on the air, we really appreciate it. But yeah, my son Kevin has really worked hard, and our family has worked hard on this tree to kind of as a tribute to Brian, and having it here is a little bit like still having Brian with us.
That is so.
Mary Beth, I know that for me, it has kind of filled the void of not being able to get out and shop for him this year. Just having this project of this tree and having to get out and go find all the different parts of it and everything. It almost kind of took the same place as being out shopping for him. So I know for me it was very therapeutic, and and for other members of our family as well.
And
Kevin put a lot of work into. Well, go ahead.
Well, you guys also asked many of his friends. Of course, he was a professional wrestler as well, followed Jerry into that business. And a lot of people sent you ornaments and sent you pictures and sent you things that spoke of Brian to them, right?
Yes, that was the actual plan was, just to give it a little bit more life and energy. We had like family and close friends actually, either hand make some of the ornaments or just provide them. And we had a lot of wrestlers like, the Gilbert family, Doug Gilbert, Coco Ware, the Dundees, Raven and Buck Bagwell, so many of the Brian's, wrestling colleagues, handmade ornaments and sent them to us. And then there's also the tree is filled with a lot of, just personal pictures of things that Brian did throughout his career, and then other little ornaments where we would just handwrite stuff on there that kind of described, different things about him, that he was a father, a son, a brother, a friend, a cousin, just all the different things that he is. So it's almost like if you didn't know the person and you was to see this tree, you almost could kind of go away with having a good idea of, who this person was and what their life was about, and some of the things that they had accomplished and had done, just throughout their life and their career.
And one of the things, Mary Beth, is, as I guess everybody could tell, Brian was a lifelong Pittsburgh Steelers fan, diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and that was the cause of some contention over the years, because I have been a lifelong Cleveland Browns fan, and so to have this kind of the colors in this tree in my house is really something special. But it was also so fitting. Yesterday, the Pittsburgh Steelers lost the game. Now next week, the Steelers are going to. Their only way that they'd be able to make the playoffs next week, it depends on if the Cleveland Browns win their game against the Baltimore Ravens. So it's really it's crazy that this has all happened this way.
Jerry, I tell you what.
Mary Beth, another thing about this that we wanted to do is to share this idea, with a lot of people, because I know it's helped us, and we just wanted to be able to get this idea to other people who might be going through a similar situation. Like the first holidays is always going to be the toughest, and something like this, I know it's helped us, And I know a couple other people that I shared the idea with that have done it this year too. So it seems like a good thing, not just for us, but other people as well.
I tell you what, having known you two for a while, it does not surprise me that, yeah, you start doing something for yourself, but you automatically transition to this is how it can help everybody else. Thanks so much for sharing with us your special tree. And Jerry, trash talking to the end. I tell you, Brian is looking down right now, shaking his head. He just...
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of, a watch-along with Glenn. A little dessert for everybody. Appreciate everybody watching. Like I said, watching this episode. Hope you enjoy, seeing Brian's, seeing Brian's tree. And hope everybody has a very safe New Year's. Look for the podcast hopefully over the weekend, if not next week. And I had fun. I will finish the other half of the Jerry Lawler Greatest Hits video. I want to keep these about a half an hour. I don't want to go over an hour. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'll try posting these a couple days in advance so you guys can be reminded. I'll post on social media. Follow me on Twitter at GlenmoreCLE. And hope you guys enjoyed going down memory lane a little bit. We've been doing a lot more of these. I had fun. Hope you guys did too. And if you have any comments or suggestions or anything that you guys want to, throw out there for us to do, let me know. And whenever you see a pop up, you never know. The king might be coming online with me. Might be the king. Well, like right here? No, right here. No, right here. Or over here. He might be right here with me. Chit-chatting with me. You never know what Dinner with a King YouTube channel might bring. All right, guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging in the chat room, everybody in there. And until next time, have a safe and wonderful day.